Hello, hi everyone. This is Gabe Vergara, the mortgage loan officer from Loan Depot, and I'm here with my friend Daniel Lee Kim, a realtor from Better Homes and Gardens. How are you, Daniel?
Good, good. How are you, Gabe? Thanks for
Great.
having me here today.
Thank you for coming. Could you please explain to everybody who's viewing this video, why do you think it's a good idea to buy a home once you get PCS in Hawaii? You being um, prior vet stationed here in Hawaii.
Yeah, good question. And this is something that I preach to all my clients as soon as I talk to them. So, as an active duty service member, when you PCS, um, depending on your rank and stuff like that, and your marital status, you're going to have a thing called Basic Allowance for Housing, right? BAH. And that's going to depend on your rank, obviously, but that is tax free money that the government is paying you. And you also have the VA loan benefit. So you essentially can get a house for free, zero money down, right? And use the government's BAH to pay down the mortgage. So essentially, you're living for free. And for me, for example, I was getting roughly $3,800 a month for my BAH. Let's round it up to 4,000 just to make it easy. Stationed here for 4 years, that's roughly just under $200,000 that the government was paying me to live here, and I put all that towards my property. So that is why I preach like they should always buy something whenever they PCS.
Nice. Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah.
You have some questions as well?
Yeah. So one, I do have actually a lot of questions for you, Gabe. I want my clients to be able to benefit from this, and you being the VA loan expert, I want to kind of walk my clients through how they can actually get the process going.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Good question. Most people don't know where to start. So the first thing to start is getting pre-approved. Okay, before even looking at houses, how do you know how much you qualify for? The
Hmm.
first step is getting pre-approval from your bank, the bank that you trust. I would love to help you if you don't have a pre-approval yet. The first step will be applying, so the bank can tell you, hey, this is how much you can afford. Then the second step will be with that pre-approval, give it to you, and you can show them houses under your budget, right? What do you need for a pre-approval? Super simple. You only need your LES, right, and a bank statement, like your bank statements, and that's it. If you own houses in the mainland already, we will need the statement for your houses in the mainland, and as simple as that. If you have those three things, we can get your pre-approval, and you can already start looking for houses.
Okay, gotcha. Could you briefly, you said pre-approval, like, is there a difference between pre-qual and pre-approval? Do you know?
Yes, actually, nowadays, most people just go straight for the pre-approval. Prequel is something almost from the past. Basically, the difference is that prequel, they don't run your credit. They don't. They basically tell you, hey, how much? What's your income? What's your credit more or less? And based on what you said, word of mouth, this is how much you qualify for. So it's just pre-qualifying you. Yes, sure, you can apply for a home, right? Pre-approval, we run your credit. We already know your debt. We already check your income, so we know your debt to income, and we already run it through the automatic system that is gonna pre-approve you, and
Mhm.
then you know that, hey, this is gonna be able to close. It's something more for certain than just saying, hey, sure, you could qualify for something.
Right. Okay. Thank you for that. Now, next question is VA loan, 0% down, right? But there are some fees involved with that, right? So,
Yes.
what are some fees that they could think about and anticipate?
So the fees, there's a difference between down payment and closing costs, right? Down payment, the VA guard, like, it's gonna give you 100% of the loan amount, so you bring $0 for down payment. Closing costs here in Hawaii vary from $8,000 to $12,000, so you have to prepare for that to give uh, $8,000 to $12,000 in closing costs. Depending on the market, right now we're at a buyer's market, so right now the sellers are offering to pay you closing costs. So right now you can buy a house with zero out of pocket. You can just sign the paper and get a house, right? Depending on the market always changes. So once we go back, the interest rates drop again, and we go back to a seller's market, then the sellers are not going to be willing to pay for your closing costs. So you just
Right.
keep in mind saving around $8,000 to $12,000 for your closing costs. What are closing costs? Includes the escrow fees, the escrow company, the title fees, title search, title insurance, the bank fees, and your prepayments for about 4 to 6 months of taxes, about a year of your homeowner's insurance, and others. That's going to be itemized, and you're going to know exactly what are you paying for. Also, part of the closing cost is the VA funding fee. Now, the VA funding fee is the only closing cost that you don't have to pay at closing. The VA funding fee actually gets financed on top of the loan. The VA funding fee, the first time they utilize it, is 2.3% of the loan amount. It's actually about to change to 2.15 pretty soon. Now, what does that mean? Easy numbers. Let's say $1 million home. 2.3% of $1 million is $23,000. So those $23,000 gets financed on the loan. Now your loan is not going to be for $1 million; it's going to be for $1,023,000. So those $23,000 are going to get divided into 30 years fixed rate that you're going to be getting.
Okay, nice. Thank you. Appreciate that. So next thing is going to be, how is there a limit to how much you can buy with the VA loan now?
Yes. So depending if you are tier 1 or tier 2 entitlement, right? If you're tier 1, there's no limit. As much as you can qualify, the bank is going to qualify you depending on your debt to income. Then yes, you can qualify for whatever amount you qualify. There's no limit. Now, if you're tier 2 entitlement, means that you already have a house under the VA and you haven't sold it. There's a limit, and it's called the county loan limit. For 2023, the county loan limit in Hawaii is $1,089,300. What does that mean? That you can buy as many houses as you want under that limit with zero down payment. If you go anything above that limit, you just put 25% of the difference and you can continue buying it. I know I'm giving a lot of new information fast. If you have questions, please send us a message. We'll get back to you. Going back to the VA funding fee, there's also the VA funding fee goes up whenever you already have a house, or the second time or consecutive times that you utilize it, goes up from 2.3 to 3.6. It's about to drop to 3.45. And if you put 5% on payment, it goes down to 1.65. If you put 10% on payment, it goes down to 1.4. Again, if you're in that situation, just send us a message. We'll help you with that.
Nice. So I can buy $3 million property if I qualify for it with VA.
If you qualify and the bank approves you for it, yes, the VA will
Nice.
guarantee 25% of it.
There you go. Okay, awesome. All right. Next question is going to be, what type of properties can I buy with the VA loan?
Good question. People tell me, hey, I want to buy an investment property. I want to buy like a building or whatever, right? You can buy up to a fourplex. Okay, anything a fourplex or under that you're going to be living there for your primary residence, you can buy with it.
So you have to occupy one of the units,
at least
right? Yeah.
one of them for 1 year. After that, you can move out and make an investment. You're okay with that. But the first year, you have to be living there.
Okay. And because of the tier system, you don't have to sell that to buy another property as long as you have the, entitlement left based on the county limit, right?
You have the entitlement, or you have 25% down payment for the next one.
Okay. Nice. Thank you. The next thing was, actually, you can cut that out, but I think that's it. You kind of cover a lot of things.
That's
in
it?
one, yeah. Because I was kind of going through.
Okay.
Is there anything else you want to cover here since we're here?
No, that's good. What do you think, Ryan?
So I think we could do like
Some type of wrap up, yeah.
maybe an example on how. Maybe I can ask you, because you bought VA loan properties, right?
Mm-hmm.
How that has helped you, or like how much you've made from that, and I can give my example.
To be honest, on video, I don't want to say that because I when in person I tell everybody, hey, this is how much, like I have multiple properties.
Yeah.
I don't want to put a video because all my family is gonna see it, and all my family is gonna be like, oh, look at this guy, my family doesn't know all the houses that I have, to be honest.
Yeah.
And I like, so on video I don't want to say that, but yeah,
I can just explain my situation then.
you can explain your situation.
Yeah, and then that way and be like, hey, thanks, Gabe. Yeah, I can just kind of come up with something.
And then like to wrap it up, hey, I know Gabe has given a lot of new information. If you're in that situation, send us a message. We have limited time right here in this video, but there's a lot more to learn.
Yeah.
And then get like the more you learn about your benefit, the better it is for you, right? Like so get some knowledge or whatever, and then you wrap it up and tell them, hey, let me share my example. Like what Gabe is saying is true because I've done this, and this how like my experience. I know if you know anybody stationed here that have bought a house, have a similar situation, just like let us help you or whatever you feel. So.
Yeah. Well, the house I bought here was just not VA though.
Yeah.
Really?
So it's not gonna make sense.
Why you didn't buy VA again?
I was tapped out. Yeah.
But so you already have a bunch of houses.
I had 2 houses before I bought here.
Oh, you've already sold them.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, you're selling it to get another house here. Yeah, you told me.
Yeah.
So the thing is that you should have refinanced the house under the VA, but then your entitlement would have been tapped out.
Yeah, we didn't have 80% back when the rates were that low.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's good. Yeah, so just wrap up and say, hey, you
Yeah.
know, like if you're getting your orders to Hawaii, you get a station here. You know someone's getting a station here. Share this video.
You still know the benefits of it though, because you've used it back before you got here though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you could still share like that. You can still like buy properties at every place you go, right? Technically.
Yeah. So I mean, I could say something.
Yeah.
All right, thanks, Gabe. So we just wanted to give you guys a quick and basic information about the VA loans, answer maybe 80 to 90% of the questions. So the benefit of using VA loan, I kind of explained to you earlier today or earlier on this video, but just to give you some numbers, when I got here, I purchased a property. It was $510,000. If I had purchased that with VA, that would have been 0% down, right? And then paying off the mortgage using that, the BAH. Also, after 4 years of living there, the property had appraised roughly $300,000. So that is, you are taking benefit of, you're taking advantage of the VA loan 0% down, buying something with other people's money, paying down the mortgage with other people's money, and then the appreciated value, right? So yeah, just right there, guys, that's the reason why you should purchase a property when you PCS, especially to Hawaii. Yeah, you have anything else to add?
Yes, Daniel. Really quick before we say bye, could you explain why Hawaii the houses appreciate so much?
Yeah, good question. So Hawaii is unique in a sense that a lot of people, not just Americans, but from all over the world, want to come here and want to buy a property here because it's a top #1 vacation destination. So what does that mean? Obviously, locals here want to buy here, right? They grew up here, they want to buy. But also people from mainland, like Americans, they want to buy property here because they want to live here, vacation here. Also military. We're forced kind of to PCS out here. And then in turn, we want to buy a house, right? If you're, financially savvy, then that's what you would do.
Oh, sorry, cut. Let's change that because you said mainland Americans. People from here are like, I'm American too. What are you trying to say? You know what I mean?
Well, I don't think people understand what mainland is.
Well,
unless you lived in Hawaii.
Yeah, that's true. I agree with that.
Yeah,
I don't know what you mean when you say mainland.
Yeah, but don't say Americans because then people from here they're gonna be like, "What are you trying to say? I'm not American."
That's true.
I'm American.
That's true.
He's trying to say international buyers want to buy here too.
Yeah.
But that's your point, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I'm just trying to list everybody that want to buy here.
Let's be careful with the words because once it's in video.
Say U.S. buyers.
U.S. buyers.
Yeah. Also, you can mention that all 5 branches are here. Well, we have 6 branches now. But there's so many branches here.
I don't think Space Force is here. Yeah.
No, it's in the other island. In a station here? Well, yes, I have friends. Yes, I have
We've
friends.
Signed people with the Space Force.
Yeah. All even a Space Force station they are PCSing here.
Have you been to
one of my friends is Space Force.
Yokohama? They changed the sign. It's Space Force.
No way.
Yeah, it says U.S. Space Force on there.
No way.
Yeah.
Where?
Yokohama, the very last beach on the west side.
Oh.
Yeah. If you go there, the sign. Yeah.
Very interesting.
It's changed to Space Force.
So yeah, literally all branches are here now. So and there's always people PCSing, always people looking for housing, right? So you can mention that.
That's a good point.
All right, so let's start when I ask you a question and you continue saying it. Sorry for cutting it. I mean, I just thought about it. I'm like, oh man, like once it's in video out there, like we want to make sure we don't get people upset. Oh. Daniel, thank you for sharing that. Can you also explain why Hawaii is such a good appreciation market for people who buy houses here?
Yeah, I get that question a lot. So Hawaii is known as one of the best places to vacation. It's a travel destination, not just for people that live in the United States, but also for international. So all over the world, the globe, people want to buy here. So what does that mean in terms of real estate? People from the United States want to buy, right? Locals are buying here as well. Also military. All 7 branches get stationed here. And there's a huge population of, service members that come and go every 3 to 4 years, right? And they want to purchase here as well. Also the international. A lot of, Japanese, Korean, Chinese, and even Europeans come here and buy. So all that kind of puts this market into a prime real estate appreciating location. And plus the limited amounts of land where you can build, right? So there's scarcity of land. So that's why Hawaii real estate is always appreciating.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing that, Daniel.
Yeah.
If you guys have any more questions, send us a message. We would love to help you.
Or we could say, I could say, hey, if you have any questions about VA home loans, how to get started, and how you can purchase your next property, reach out to Gabe. And then you say, if you have any questions about real estate in the market, reach out to Daniel.
Yeah. You want to say that?
Yeah.
All right.
I'll just start.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you guys have any questions about the VA loans, the process on how to get started, reach out to Gabe from Loan Depot. He will love to help you guys out.
Definitely. If you have any questions about real estate, the market here in Hawaii, because it's a completely different market in Hawaii than in all the other 49 states that we have, reach here to Daniel. He'll be able to help you.
Thanks, guys.
Aloha.